Hi, and welcome back to Soldier Tech Gaming, where we look at gaming and tech from a soldier's perspective. And first, I want to say welcome to the next generation of gaming with the Sony PlayStation 5. This new console is a beast, and I'm happy to include it in my family of consoles. I know it looks like a router to some, but in my opinion, I'm in love with its sleek and forward-looking design. No one can deny that this console is eye-catching with its smooth curves, striking two-tone design, and small, intricate details. The controller grip is made of tiny little X, square, and circle triangles. This is also present in the white shell of the console, which, by the way, is replaceable. Hopefully, we'll get some cool custom replacements and third-party designs coming out soon. But now let's talk about the specs, shall we? This console has 10.3 teraflops RDNA 2-based GPU, 16 gigabytes of DDR6 memory clocked in at 448 gigabytes per second, a super fast custom 825 gigabyte SSD. Now note, only 667 gigabytes are available for games and applications, which amounts to about 8 to 10 next-gen games. Now, rounding out the package is Wi-Fi 6 built in, along with Bluetooth 5.1. As far as ports are concerned, we have one USB Type-C on the front, along with a USB Type-A. On the back, we have two more USB Type-A ports, an Ethernet port, an HDMI 2.1 port for 4K up to 120 frames per second gaming, and even 8K output is possible on this console. Finally, closing out the package, you have your power cord, no power brick. The power supply is built into the console. Way to go, Sony, with the design. I think it looks great. Now, the interface is an evolution of the previous crossbar of the PS4. It's very fast and easy to navigate with great additions like cards that allow you to access parts of games quickly and even get help to complete levels and objectives. The layout is familiar with some nice touches. You can access your settings, update your profile, and sync your saves from your PS4 from the cloud in a matter of minutes once you have set up the console. Getting into games is easy once they have been installed and a lot faster due to the more powerful hardware. There's also an app switcher function that allows you to quickly switch between games or applications. This is not like the Xbox's Quick Resume, mind you. This feature allows you to utilize this PS5 super fast SSD to move between applications and games. It only takes a few seconds. By the way, the entire interface on the PlayStation 5 is in 4K, which looks great on my Sony Bravia TV. Now, a game system is only as good as its controllers, and while, in my opinion, the PS4 controller was an excellent design and on par with the Xbox controller, Sony wasn't happy with just carrying over the old design. The new controller is a revelation. It is slightly bigger and heavier than the DualShock 4, but you will barely notice. The analytics feel great, the digital pound is sound, and the buttons feel good as well, but the showstopper is the adaptive triggers with the haptic feedback built in. The adaptive triggers can simulate gunfire in games like Call of Duty, or even a car sliding off a road in some mud in racing games. They can also become stiffer to simulate the pulling of a bowstring. The haptic feedback allows you to feel everything from raindrops falling on your character to the changes from walking on sand or ice. Once you have played games like Astro's Playroom, you will appreciate the technology that Sony has put into the controller. Now, audio tech is another thing we're going to talk about with the PlayStation 5. And with the Tempest engine, the PlayStation 5 allows you to have some serious, great sounding audio. Now, I've used the Pulse 3D headset, which I bought with my PS5, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon Souls, and some other games, and it sounds great. You can really hear the different sounds, like in the city, like in Miles Morales, and even the different sounds when you're playing a game like Demon Souls, from breaking crates to moving around to ambient sounds like water dripping in the background. Now, the launch lineup is probably the best launch lineup in PlayStation history. First party games like Demon Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and Godfall are an excellent introduction to the next generation with blazingly fast load times and top-notch visuals. Now, we're not alone here because third-party support for the PlayStation 5 has been great as well, with games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, NBA 2K21 Next Gen, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This is just the beginning of the generation, and games are already looking crazy. I'm so looking forward to seeing what's going to come up and what's coming out. But with a forecast in 2021 that includes God of War Ragnarok, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, and Horizon Forbidden West, things are looking fantastic for PlayStation gamers. Oh, and do you not have the PlayStation games to play on the PS5? that's not an issue. The PS5 has a feature with PlayStation Plus that allows you to get 20 bangers from Sony and its partners to play for free on the console, just to hold you over until you get those newer games. Now, games included in that PlayStation Plus collection are God of War, Uncharted, but let's move on. Backwards compatibility works great, and with old games playing better than ever thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5. So this console can't be perfect, right? It's got to have some flaws and shortcomings, and we're going to get to those now. Well, here at Soda Gaming, I'm going to give it to you straight. The design is excellent with thoughtful cooling solution built into the overall look, but this console is big, so plan around knowing that you're going to have to find a spot for it. There are also some small glitches that I've dealt with since the console launch. Minor freezes in games and some restarts I've had to do. Nothing too significant, and Sony's patches that they've come out with since the console's launch has solved a lot of these issues and problems. Lastly, let's talk about space. The Sony PlayStation 5 comes with an 825 gigabyte SSD, not a 1 terabyte, and of that 825 gigabytes, you're only getting 667 gigs for games. So, although it's super fast and the design is great, I would love to have some more space. So, especially for PlayStation 5 games. So, in the future, Sony hopefully will be adding that support, the ability for you to connect an internal SSD to play some of these additional games. But you can play your PlayStation 4 games on an external SSD or HDD. And lastly, of course, I'm waiting for them. Let's get some 1440p support, Sony, please. Yes, it's a resolution is a thing, Sony, and 1440p is something that us gamers want to have the ability to play games in. So let's see if we can add that. So finally, what are my final thoughts on the overall review of the PlayStation 5? This console is excellent with its sleek and futuristic design, well thought out interface, and redesigned next-gen controller. The launch lineup is probably the best launch lineup ever, with games from every genre and a tremendous first-party support. Let's talk backwards compatibility, which works great, and most PS4 games play better than they ever have. The PS5 packs a punch with ray tracing already implemented in many of its launch titles. And finally, the DualSense controller is going to allow developers the ability to design some wonderful experiences. So my overall score for the PlayStation 5 is a 5 out of 5. Soda Gaming must buy, but if you're a gamer and you want to get this console, you will not be disappointed. I feel like the sky's the limit with the PlayStation 5. If this first generation of games that have come out so far are any indication, I believe that this console is going to be fire. So if you like this review, please let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about it. And then comments in the description. I'll be doing more reviews in the future, so let me know what you guys think. Once again, thanks for checking out Soda Gaming. Have a great day.